Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over aircrafts after this recent January 23rd update in LEGO Fortnite. So if we come over to Epic's patch notes and we scroll down all the way to the physics section, we can actually see, first up right here, fixed an issue where dynamic foundations would sometimes refuse to move when you load it back into your world. So basically, you used to build an aircraft and once you left the game and came back, the dynamic foundation would be stuck in air.
You stupid n-
And you could not move it with thrusters or anything. It'd just be stuck there. So hopefully they fix that issue. We're going to test that out today. They also put on here that dynamic foundations no longer get out of sync for other players in the world.
Stupid n-
So basically, if there were other players in the world, or sometimes even yourself, the dynamic foundations would get out of sync with each other, causing you to fall off the airship or just completely glitch off the aircraft when you're flying. Another thing on here, they said traveling long distances with balloons and thrusters no longer accidentally breaks off pieces. So hopefully they fix that. We're gonna test that out and see with the steering functionality on these aircrafts, see if they do break through. And then there's another part where they said fixed an issue where moving objects would jitter and knock players off of them. So they're probably talking about when you would make an aircraft and it would kind of just glitch you through the aircraft and you'd fall to your death, or you'd fly off the back of it. That was definitely a big issue with aircrafts. We're gonna test that and see if that works. But that's all they pretty much have for updates on the aircrafts. So let's get into this video. Let's test all these updates out and see if they actually did fix them. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Less than 3% of you guys that watch my videos are subscribed. What the heck, man? But anyways, like I said, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more aircraft content like this. Alright, so first up, I'm going to test my Jumbo Squad plane here. This thing is absolutely amazing. If you want to see how to build this thing, I got a full tutorial on my channel, so go check that out. But anyways, we're going to test this out here. So this piece right here on the end actually already broke off when I was testing it out, but now let's test this side out. So we're gonna move this way and we're gonna lift off. Let's test all these myths out. Okay, I just fell through the floor. I thought that was one of the bugs that they fixed, but it's not looking good for them already. Let's try that again. All right, and we're going off. Let's hit this side this time. It does seem a little bit smoother than it used to be, but it's still, you definitely are. You can see I'm stuttering around when I'm walking around, so it's definitely not super smooth. The aircraft is still making a lot of noise. So I don't know, let's see, let's go try and build a smaller aircraft and test out if the turning functionality is better or not. So I'm just gonna build a little aircraft that's 2 dynamic foundations long. We're gonna use the beam turning functionality and see if that works for us. Okay, I just about had it done and now we're freaking sliding down the hill like we're freaking skiing or something. Alright, I'm gonna have to build this again. Let's get some balloons in the air though and let's get building this thing. Then we can test it out. We're just gonna put these stone flooring pieces here to keep the beams in place. Now we'll put some thrusters on the back just like this so that we can move forward. Now we'll put a switch in the back and let's test this puppy out. All right, here we go. Okay, smooth so far, but we haven't turned yet. All right, turns good that way. Let's try this way. Okay, turns good. All right, so far it seems pretty smooth. I'm gonna test this out for the next 20 minutes and we'll see how far it takes me, if it just falls apart in shambles or not. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, so it's been going pretty good. I added this top row of thrusters just so I could tell when the actual thrusters were on in the back because it was getting confusing. But anyways, this thing's been awesome. I've been going around my whole world with this thing for the last like 20 minutes. But now for the real test. Let's test if this thing can survive leaving the game and coming back. Okay, so it seems like everything's still working. It's still moving. But let's try and turn this thing and see what happens. Whoa, okay, now we're literally surfing on the back of our aircraft. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. This definitely should not be happening. So one of our beams is completely out now, and I don't know where the other one went. Let's just keep, oh, okay, the other one's hanging on for dear life in the boat. Now it's in front of the ship. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. This might just be a visual glitch, I'm not sure. Now they're both just tailing on behind. I don't know how that's physically possible. So I'm thinking this must just be a visual glitch because I hit it and it still turns that way. I hit the switch and it's still turning the way I want it to. So I don't know what's going on here. Oh, okay. And there goes my beam. It just flew off the back. So, yep, it definitely did not survive the leaving the game test. It's flying. Yep, goodbye. Oh, it just flew into the ground. Well, that's the end of that aircraft. Let's try something different. Alright, so I've built this little concoction here where it's gonna shoot me up in the air fast and spin me fast. So, let's test this out, okay? Seems pretty smooth. It's definitely spinning me really fast. Oh, that didn't sound good. Let's try this again. Okay, now it's less smooth. Now we're really, yeah, this is not smooth. Let's place a balloon here. Okay, that was a bad idea. And it's gone. Alright, I got some balloons on here. Let's try this again. Okay, so it seems like it's smooth for the first couple of seconds and then it just gets less smooth and kind of throws me off. So yeah, it's just flying in outer space. I don't know how well they did fix these issues. It kind of seems like all these issues are still happening. It's just that the aircraft lasts a little bit longer than it used to. Definitely a lot smoother, but I still would not trust these aircrafts 100% until we do get the steering wheel, but that's just my opinion. Now let's try something out that's a little more reliable, something a little bigger. So this right here is going to be kind of the design that I built on one of my previous videos. If you want to see how to build the entire thing, it's going to be over on my channel. This is not going to be the exact design. I'm going to tweak it just a little bit and make it a little bit better. But let's see what happens when we take off with this thing. Let's see how smooth this thing is. Okay, and I finally got this thing to lift off. It took a lot more balloons than I thought I needed, but obviously that is because we are in the ice mountains and it needs to be pretty high to get off the ground there. So far, it's making a lot of noise, but that's normal for these aircrafts. Turning seems just fine right now. But just like the other one, I'm gonna test this thing out for the next 20 minutes and come back to you guys, and let's see what happens to this thing. Alright, so I'm noticing if I step on these thrusters right here, it kind of glitches me out, and it keeps teleporting me back to the thrusters over and over. So what I found out is I put the switches closer to me, so that way I didn't have to step on the thrusters to turn it, and that fixed the issue. So if you guys do make this design, do not step on the thrusters. It might actually end up throwing you off the edge, and that would not be good, especially in a survival world. Just keep that one in mind. Alright, and after crashing into about 50 trees and 50 mountains, this is all I have left to my aircraft. Yeah, there's not much else to say. It definitely was my fault that it's broken. It was working just fine, and then all of a sudden I just smoked a mountain. I didn't see it, and everything in the front just broke. Now we're going down. Yeah. So that was definitely my fault. The aircraft was 100% still working. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just looking behind me and all of a sudden I look forward and there's a mountain there and I just smoked it and the whole front of the aircraft broke. I went nosedive into the ground and hit a tree, and that whatever the mountain didn't take out, the tree took out the rest of it. So that's all I have left. Okay, now there's really nothing left. All we got left is this little square piece. Anyways, yeah, aircrafts still suck. Don't use them in your survival world unless you want to get stranded or possibly fall off. I'd stick to aircrafts being in sandbox mode only. Don't waste your materials on them. It is nice because now you do get your materials back from the thrusters, so maybe it is a little bit better. You know what? Use them in your survival world. You know, you get all your materials back. There's no reason not to use them in your survival world now. You can just break them, get your materials back. But yeah, they're definitely a little bit smoother now. That's all I have to say for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. If you want to see more aircraft content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Less than 3% of you guys that watch my videos are subscribed. What the heck, man? But anyways, like I said, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more aircraft content like this. Turn the bell notification on if you want to get notified every time I upload a new video. I upload new videos almost every day. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I'll see y'all in the next one.